Okay, quick question. How many times in the last couple of weeks have you heard someone say they're going to finish the year strong? Maybe it's my feed, but I see it everywhere right now. Social media posts, on podcasts, maybe it's in your inbox. Push through, sprint to the finish line, one last hustle before the holidays. But here's what I've noticed: December is already slower, already a bit quieter, already turning inwards. And instead of working with that natural rhythm, we're told to fight it, to push harder, to squeeze out every last drop of productivity. But what if you didn't have to finish strong? What if you could finish steady instead? My friends, that's what we're talking about today. Ready? Let's dive in. Hey, I'm Noemi, former queen of bad habits and corporate go-getter turned well-being coach and personal growth junkie. And in a world full of overwhelming wellness advice, we're here to cut through the noise. This is your space to master healthy habits, transform your mindset, own your well-being, and design a life you love on your terms. We're ditching the highlight reels and embracing the whole messy, imperfect journey towards becoming our absolute best selves. You're the author of your own story. So are you ready to write the next chapter? Let's go, and welcome to Unwritten Potential. Hello and welcome to Unwritten Potential with me, Noemi. For the last episode of the year, I'm taking a little break from the podcast and the newsletter until the new year. If you've been following the last couple of weeks, you know that I've moved out of my house and I'm about to embark on a year-long trip to Latin America, and I am flying to my very first stop, Miami, tomorrow. So the next couple of weeks are probably going to be a little wild with a lot of travel. And I want to use that time to reflect and to prepare some awesome content for you guys. So yes, our last episode of the year. But if you want a daily dose of BS-free well-being content, I'll still be hanging out on Substack every day. So you can check out unwrittenpotential.com and you can come find me there. Okay, today I want to keep it super simple. I'm going to make the case for why December is such a great time for self-reflection. And I've prepared for you a free guide that I think is going to really help you do it properly. Not one of those BSE fluffy journal. All right, let's get into it. So here's what most year-end reflection journals get wrong. They often jump straight to goal setting, more intentions. They're about more habits, more things on the list. And I get it. It feels super productive. It feels like you're already doing something. You're starting 2026 early, right? But here's the problem. You cannot pour into a cup that's already full. You just make a mess. If you don't clear the deck first, it's not going to be helpful. And most of us don't need more goals, more habits, more self-improvement projects. Most of us need less noise, less obligations, less of the stuff that's quietly making everything harder. So I've created a guide that does things a little differently. I called it Clear the Noise. And the whole philosophy is subtraction before addition. You know that this is a huge pillar of the unwritten philosophy. Let's clear some space first. So let me walk you through how it works. Part one is about what actually worked this year. And I'm not talking about your wins on paper or what looked good on LinkedIn or Instagram, but what actually felt good, what gave you energy. Part two is about what's draining you. And this is the part that most self-reflection guides skip because it's uncomfortable to admit that some of the things we kept doing weren't working, that we said yes when we actually meant no, that we kept going when we should have stopped. And part three is about what needs to go, because you can't build something new in a cluttered space. Before we look forward, we need to declutter, we need to make space. And then, only then, part four is about designing what's next. But not from a place of, I need to fix myself because there's something wrong with me, but from a cleared space, from honesty about what actually works for you. And here's the thing I love about this part. It's not about your fantasy self. You know the one. She wakes up at 5 a.m., she meal preps on Sundays, she meditates for 30 minutes. She or he is awesome. But this is about real you in your real life with your real energy. So that's Clear the Noise, 4 sections, 12 questions. It's going to take you about maybe 20 minutes. You could do it over a cup of tea or coffee this weekend, and it's free because I genuinely think everyone deserves the chance to end the year with a clear mind, not a cluttered one. You can grab it at unwritten.coach/reflect. Links in the show notes. So here are my final thoughts for 2025. It has been, for me, a pretty amazing year. A lot of highs, some lows. I personally cannot wait to have some time over the next couple of weeks to do a bit of self-reflection. I promise you that I will share more early next year. But remember, you don't have to finish the year strong. If you do, if that's your rhythm and you have tons of energy and this is what you feel like doing, that's awesome. Do that. That's brilliant. But if you don't, if you're already feeling super overwhelmed with the holidays, there's no prize for sprinting across December 31st. There's no gold star for ending the year exhausted. So grab the guides, clear some space, give yourself credit for how far you've come. I'm sure that you have more than you realize. And also, reflection isn't about having all of the answers, but it's about noticing, getting honest, recognizing that the person you are today is probably different from the person you were 12 months ago. And that really matters, even if no one else sees it. It matters that you see it. Thank you so much for listening today and for the past 6 months. I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much for being here this year. It really means a lot. And by the time you listen to this, maybe I'll be in Miami, maybe I'll be over the Pacific. I'm not sure. But wishing you a very, very happy Christmas to you and your loved ones. And I will catch you in the new year. Bye.